Get live. We are live. We are live. A little bit of an acoustic cinematic for this episode number 4. Episode 4. Welcome in. Welcome in. Saludos. Bienvenidos. Hola, ¿cómo estás? What's good? What's good? Que la que hay? We're gonna see. First and foremost, as y'all are coming in, leave a like, subscribe. I have added a few more subscribers than my last episode, so welcome in. Tap in. Let me know in the chat wherever you are tapping in from. I'm going to go ahead and put the link in the chat for y'all. So if y'all do want to, that is not the link. So if y'all do want to tap in, hit the link. Hit the link, and I'll see you in the back, and then you can pull up. So I don't know if I can pin this one. Can I pin it? Okay. But there you have it. There's the link for anybody that wants to tap in. Episode 4. My name is JS Torres, aka Right Brain Boricua, and let me give you guys a little bit of a small little breakdown on why my channel is called Right Brain Boricua, because I've had some questions about that outside, and so it basically stems off of me being left-handed. So left-handed people are usually right-brained, and I am very much an example of being a right-brained person, being a person that is kind of like an orthodox thinker, very outside the box type of mindset that I display, and I want to display that in here on YouTube, of course. So, and Boricua meaning that I am Puerto Rican. So I am a Puerto Rican man, first generation American born Puerto Rican. Both my parents were born on the island, but I was born here in the United States. So that's the culture, the Puerto Rican culture runs deep in my family, but also urban culture as well. So that's what I want to present to y'all in these episodes, in this journey that I'm in, YouTube journey. So tap in. I'm also live on Facebook, so my Facebook familia was good. I ain't forget about y'all. If y'all are tapping in from Facebook, let me know in the comments where you tapping in from. Don't forget to like, love, and comment, all that stuff. And listen, guys, I encourage y'all to comment. I encourage y'all to, as you come in, don't just be watching. Don't just be, peeping in and then peeping out, whatever. If you're busy, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But, I'm here. I'm trying to, launch my platform here on YouTube. But it's not Rome. Rome wasn't built in a day, so it wasn't this platform. So any support, any type of support is greatly appreciated, especially with Cash App. My Cash App is scrolling here on the bottom, and as you can see on the scroll down, I got it handled now. So episode 4 reaction Dalton. She is going to be mentioned a lot in this episode. And also, I will say before she comes after me, this is going to be fair use. Okay, I'm doing fair use on this, and I'm just a creator reacting to another creator, just like all y'all be doing on YouTube anyway. So I'm no different. I'm trying to be. I'm different as far as like my perspectives and my thinkings and my my overall honest reactions. And I'm going to give an honest reaction to me pulling up on Ashley's platform, talking about leveling up advice, talking about dating, talking about life in general. So I feel like this is gonna be a good episode. I wanna manifest that this episode is going to get probably the most views out of all my episodes so far, just because, like I said, I was on with a fantastic creator. She is I guess. Well, I don't know if she's like well known. Let me just say that, like, because obviously I'm not well known. Obviously, I'm just guy number 276 on the the content creator scoreboard here. I guess that's my ranking. I don't know, out of like 278 people that are on YouTube. I think it's a lot more than that. But who knows? I mean, it's YouTube, so I'm able to be part of it. Part of the YouTube familia. So, but anyways, we're 8 minutes in. I think it's time to get into the content. So, I'm going to go ahead and make myself look small and add Miss Ashley Dalton, the video I am reacting to on the stage. Before I do that, let me go ahead and get this together here. Hopefully I'm coming in loud and clear. Hopefully there's no issues with my audio and everything like that. Just a second, I'm trying to get this together here. Anyways, so here we are. So this is Ashley Dalton, and she actually titled her video here, "Man Joins Live for Leveling Up Advice." But before we get to me, right? Before we get to me, right? I want to react to a couple of the ladies that were on before me. So we're gonna do that as we go along, because I want to do my stuff last. Okay, so and I want to and this is and I want to do this because I want you guys to be able to see like what type of platform she runs, what type of like advice she gives women, because granted so at first I thought this particular live she was talking to men and women, but I guess what I've learned is that this is her platform is exclusively for women that want to, I guess, level up in their lives. I guess for women that want to achieve the goals and aspirations and desires they want to attain throughout their lifetime. Whether it's through business, whether it's through love, whether it's through relationships, whether it's through whatever, what have you, right? So I want to be able to see and give, I guess, let her decide, you know, if like if I'm of that caliber or if I'm not. So we're gonna tap in here. We're gonna tap in, and we're going to let me turn this music down. I don't know if the music is loud on your end, but on my end it is kind of not loud, but like you can clearly hear it. And I want you guys to hear the content. So here we go.
A fighting chance. That's what I want you to do. And attempt to lose the weight. Because I feel like almost I sound like a broken record, but I know it's one of the many reasons you ladies are not going out. I know it's because of your weight. I know it's because of your weight is one of the many reasons you ladies are not going out. So I want you guys to do something about that immediately so you can feel more confident. All right, we have someone.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Apologies, guys, for the ads, but they're gonna come and go.
Hello,
Okay.
Regina. Welcome in, beauty. Hold on,
I'm at work. I tried to fix my hair so I didn't look too crazy. I can't believe I'm talking to you. I love you so much. Love your content.
So, first and foremost, right, people, if you're going to join a content creators platform, you choose to come on, like even for my for my platform. So if you're pushing the link to come on and everything, and I see you in the back, I'm gonna pull you up. Don't be acting so surprised, like, oh my god, I didn't know he's gonna pick me, this and that. It's like, come on now. As soon as you hit the link to come on, you're already like there. Like, all it takes now is the creator to see you and pull you up. So let's not fake act like we fake surprised. It's getting annoying.
Thank you, beautiful. Let me ask you this. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes, I do.
All right, what brings you up?
Okay, so really Kevin Samuels got me into the whole working out, getting in shape.
Did she just say Kevin Samuels? Oh wow. Rest in peace to the GOAT, the Godfather, Kevin Samuels. Wow, she did. And I'm telling you this right now, 3 years after his passing, there are women out here that are still, they still have his mindset. They still have not his mindset, but they still have him on their minds, I should say. And, that's big because, obviously he's passed on, but yeah. So I'm interested to hear what this Regina Lyanne, I believe that's her last name or surname, whatever, has to say about this. So she's already beginning about going to the gym and getting herself, getting her body right. And this is what I mean about Ashley's content, is that it's mainly about women that are trying to like improve on their mind, body, and spirit, and also love and everything else in that nature. So let's proceed.
Getting down to recipes like meal prepping, taking care of yourself, getting a trainer and stuff like that. And so he's really what got me like on my health kick and like getting fit and stuff like that. So long story short, for the most part, I am not average. When I like go out, usually like I'm up there, like I know I look good and I know what I bring to the table. But I'm just trying to figure out when dating, it's like I always just get the bare minimum from men. So I'm like, and I think I'm a really nice person.
All right, let's stop right here. So already she's having issues with men and not bringing. So this whole bare minimum thing, right? This whole bare minimum. This is like a 2025 phenomenon that's taking social media by storm. And let me just say that, like, okay, everyone's bare minimum is different. If y'all want to talk about bare minimum so much, then when you go and meet someone and possibly go on a date, ask about it. What's the bare minimum look like to you? And that'll easily, like, get that whole bare minimum conversation put to bed already, right? And let me just say that there might be some things in this live I might get triggered. So I'm gonna trigger alert. Okay, already. I'm not triggered yet, but there might be some triggering moments. So bear with me. By the way, fair use. Here we go.
I communicate.
Hold on,
I'm not
Regina.
rude or anything like that. And I
Hold
think
on,
we,
Regina. Oh, I was gonna say. So you said, Ash, I'm not average, and when you said that, I assumed that meant when you go out, you have no issues. Like men are approaching you like a moth to a flame. Is that what you mean?
usually like
Before she answers, I would say I would feel like, and the whole men are not approaching thing, we gotta put, that's a myth. Okay, that is a real myth. Okay, men are approaching women still. Men are, so it might not be you as a woman in particular that they're not approaching, but men are out here still approaching women. And and it's in mass, right? It's in mass because, like, who wouldn't want to approach a beautiful looking woman and try to see if, like, there's a connection there? Like, I don't see what the issue is. Now, see the issue, but the issue is with the women is like, oh, the men are approaching, but it's the men that they're not attracted to. It's the men that they don't necessarily like catches their eye, so to speak. So that's all. I guess we have to discuss that issue, because now, if that is such an issue for you, sweetheart, then maybe you should approach men. Look at the men that you find attractive, that catches your eye and tickles your lady parts a little bit down there, moistens it up a little bit. Yeah, I went there. Go up to him and start a conversation with him. Why is that an issue? Why do I get so much pushback when I tell ladies that, hey, just approach him yourself? Let me know. Y'all let me know, right? Y'all let me know what y'all think about that.
grocery stores and stuff like that, I may not get approached. But if I go to like functions and stuff like that, then yeah, I do get approached. And I always turn heads. I do notice that people stare at me.
Okay, but when you're out and about, people don't approach you?
Not at stores or grocery stores, usually functions and stuff like that. Like if I go to
Which that is the ideal setting. And I talked about this in a previous live stream. I think it was episode 2. What is your love style? Go check that episode out if you haven't already. It's all about the setting. Functions, networking events, events catered to your lifestyle or your love style. Events that are kind of like mixers and where you can just walk around and just mingle with people. You can't just like walk around and mingle at a grocery store. You can't just walk around and mingle at, say, a gas station. Those are not ideal settings for people approaching people to try to holler at them. Okay? So yes, functions are a good setting to approach and talk to people. And I would say I would take it a step further, as to a good setting, well, not really a good setting, but like a setting to probably approach people is at a karaoke bar or like a bar where the music is not loud, right? You know, there's people around, there's good vibes going around, and just, you know, try to strike up a conversation with somebody over a drink or over, you know, a game. You know, that now these types of bars that have like board games and Jenga and Uno and Domino, like bars that have those types of games are good places, good settings to approach and meet people as well.
Parties or outings and stuff.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
But day
And
to
you're-
day, like errands and stuff, not really.
Okay. And you're saying the guys who do approach you, what exactly happens? What's
Um,
the
This is a good question, Ashley. Good question. So the guys that do approach you, like, what are they doing? Like, how are they approaching? Like, how are they trying to get your attention? And this is what I like about Ashley and her platform is that with the women that come up, like she asks those types of questions because those are the questions that I be wanting to ask women. You know, what are the men doing as they're approaching you? How are they look? How are they dressed? How are they like portraying themselves? So again, good question.
but I guess they express interest and they ask me like what's my name and stuff like that, but I'm kind of on a purity journey, so I don't do a lot of stuff.
And to me, that's a red flag. You're talking about a purity journey, but I'm pretty sure, and pretty certain that you is not a virgin. If she is a virgin, then I take it all back. I was wrong, and I will sit here and admit and own up to the fact that, hey, she's on her purity journey, which means that ain't nobody enter in up in her yet. Good for her. But don't be on here talking about no purity journey if your body count is like over 50. Okay? Like let's be real. Let's be absolutely real. Now, I get the fact that like when women are, you know, I guess doing the whole celibacy thing and whatnot, like I get the fact that like, you know, women are wanting to withhold themselves, but don't be withholding yourself if you have already like have a roster full of men have already done that. Like that screams like, oh, I'm only picking being choosy and then not choosy in another way, in another era in life, and then I'm not, and you know what I'm saying? Like it, I need if you're going to consistently have sex, stay consistent in that. If you're not, then don't waste men's time. Don't waste men's time.
And so once we get,
what does that mean, a purity journey? That means you can't go on a date, or what does that mean?
yeah, I can go on a date, but I'm kind of strict. I now, to be honest, I have been like kissing.
Kind of strict? No, you look real strict. You look like the type that if a man is trying to kiss you on the cheek, you're gonna put your hand down in front of his face and be like, no sir, you're not doing that here. Ain't no lips, no hands, no body parts ain't touching me. Back off. But I did enjoy the free meal that you gave me. That was nice. I went out for a free meal. Yay. Really? Let's not. Okay. Let's not wait. So okay. All right. So I don't want to ramble on, but like this thing, right? This is the issue in dating that really like gets people, or men specifically, like gets men uh like triggered. They because we all know why we are out on a date with you. All right, there's no secret anymore. Like it's 2025 now. There's no secret anymore. Like if a man wants to go out on a date with you, the end goal. I'm not saying the first date or the second date or even the third date, right? But the end goal is to sleep with you, right? Because we are hardwired to, that's the male instinct. And I think a lot of women are starting to understand the concept of that. But also there are a lot of women like this one right here that are still lost in the fact that, like, if you're gonna use men and not, you know, give them what they want, then you're being selfish. And selfish women are not the move, at least for me. Stop being selfish.
And stuff like that. But I'm kind of like strict when it comes to things I can do and places like I can go. So it's like I don't drink and I try not to do sexual things. So it's like in my dating life, it's kind of hard to find men that are on that same wave, if that makes sense.
And it's gonna continue to get harder for you because of your strict rules and, I guess, limitations on what you can and can't do with a man on a date. So I think you're answering your own question. Really, is that dating will continue to be hard for you unless you find that man in church or at a, I don't know, maybe a vacation Bible school counselor. Maybe you gotta I don't know if she has kids or not, but maybe you gotta enroll your kid in a vacation Bible school. And maybe there's a guy there that is a counselor or teacher or the director or something that's single and can adhere to your strict policies when it comes to dating Regina. So maybe that's an idea for her.
How old are you, Regina?
29.
29.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it sounds like you need someone from the church. That's what it sounds like.
I called it. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you for proving my point.
You don't want nobody from the church.
They be just like the world, I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
Guys in church would try to get you in their bed too.
Yeah, either from the church or someone.
Any straight, man that has primal instincts is gonna try to get you. Like, I don't understand why a lot of women, not a lot, but I guess if you say a lot of women have this mindset of like, ew, oh my God, men, why are men so like, why are men so damn horny all the time? Like, like, relax. Like, I don't want you. Like, I want your money, but I don't want you. I don't want your body. I don't want you to touch this body. Ew, like, stop it. Like, they be wanting to get me in the bed so fast and stuff. Well, it's the culture. It's the dating culture. It's the hookup culture. This is the era that we're in. Sorry that you were born into the wrong era, I guess.
Way older, who don't got a lot of time and energy, who just wants someone with, I'm keeping it real.
Yeah. So somebody older, because I'm talking to one guy now and I already told him like we're not compatible, but when I told him about that, he was like, that's a you thing, not a me thing. Like when I'm talking about my purity journey, so he was like, that's a you thing, not a me thing. But then he says he's willing to work.
If I was that guy, afuera. She out of here. I don't even know why he's still talking to her.
Don't want to hear about that. Guys don't want to hear about purity journey, healing journey. That to them is a red flag, like something's wrong. That's what they're saying in their minds. Something's wrong with her. Like, why of a sudden she's going on a purity journey? Was she hurt? Was she outside? Well, you know, was she giving, you know, was she wild once upon a time?
Yeah, I was doing Hot Girl Summer before Hot Girl Summer was a thing.
Jesus Christ. You know, people be like, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about most of the time and everything like that, and just this just clearly proves my fucking point throughout all of this. So when you was hot girl summering and everything, being outside and, you know, busting it open and, you know, gawking and all that shit. You were far from this purity thing that you're going through right now. So why in the hell would I want to date you if you are like inconsistent with what you want to do with yourself and your body? Very inconsistent. Because I know that for the one that makes her little tingly down there, ain't gonna be no talk about no purity journey with that one. I can guarantee you that. And again, this also proves my point, or this also answers my question that she ain't no virgin. So throw that theory out the window that I said a little bit ago. So guys, this is the type of women that are out here. I'm telling you. And I'm not trying to bash her, right? This is not the platform to be like, I'm just calling it as I see it. Like what I see from her right now is someone that you're struggling to find a partner, a compatibility partner, a husband, a boyfriend, whatever. Because this is what she's saying. She is saying that. I'm not trying to make shit up. I'm not trying to, you know, twist her words or whatever. I'm listening to her, and she is proving all of my points so far that I've said.
You have it. Exactly.
I didn't get it. It's the Lord that made me want to do that.
Yeah, don't tell them about a period journey. No.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Lord
And okay, I see you with like a tech guy. Do you date all races of men?
I usually just date black guys. Other races do approach me, but for some reason, I just can't take them seriously.
Caucasian man approaching you. I see that.
Yeah, white guys don't really approach me. It's usually like Middle Eastern, Hispanic.
Okay.
But maybe I'm down for a Brad.
Okay. All right. Can I see you head to toe, Regina? Please.
She needs to quit lying to herself. I'll be down with a Brad. No, you're not. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. I can see right through that bullshit that you just said. You are not open to a Brad or a Jason or, well, I guess black guys are. There's some black guys out there named Jason. What's a white guy name? A name that, you know, mostly white dudes have it. A Keith, I guess. You know, a Keith or no, Kevin is there's a lot of black dudes named Kevin. I don't know. Just let me know. Let me know in the comments. Let me know.
Yes.
All right.
I'm on my pizzo, so I'm a little bloated.
When it came time to take things to the next level, I knew that I had to make a website, and Wix was...
Yeah, a salad dressing bottle? Yes, it is.
Okay, you're pretty small. All right, okay. So
No,
I
she
think
looks
if
great.
you tone up, you would give Baywatch.
So she looks great. I mean, I don't understand, you know, she says she's a little bloated, but I think she looks great to me. What do you guys think? Like, I don't see any issue whatsoever with how she looks. I really don't. But again, it's, you know, the hardware is great, you know, but it's the software. some deficiencies in the software. There's some mechanical issues inside of inside of the hardware, right? That we gotta fix, or that she's gotta fix. So, but she looked great. She looks great.
Watch.
Uh-huh.
That's the type of body, the body type you have, Baywatch.
Uh-huh.
Pamela Anderson. Is it Pamela Anderson? She was Baywatch?
Yeah, because I'm kind of shaped Caucasian.
Yeah, so you have, you're much heavier on top. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what shape Caucasian means, but again, that's.
You tone up, you would give Baywatch. Type of body.
Right now, I keep my nose done. I do brows, blush, and chapstick every day. My hair is either curly or straight, and I've adopted working out. I probably go to the gym. I do cardio basically a few times a week. I hurt my shoulder, but I work out at least 4 times a week.
Do you have cute workout sets? Do you wear cute workout sets?
I dress like Adam Sandler, but I just ordered.
That's the issue. No. Get some cute workout sets. Very cute.
I just ordered some off Fabletics. They had an 80.
This is what I don't recommend. I don't recommend approaching at the gym, but I don't go to gyms, so I don't know what activities being done in there. So
% sell.
Yes, perfect. And get some blush pink, no gold. All right, hair and ponytail the gym, or half up, half down is fine. Lip gloss, blush, do something like that. A cute little sneaker. And tone. Get to toning.
Okay.
That's what I want you to do. And put yourself in new environments. Where are you hanging out?
Exactly. I live in DC, and so DC can kind of get a little ratchet in some areas. I don't go to the upper parts of DC. I don't go to like there. I go like, I kind of stay kind of in like in the hoodish areas.
No, that's not what you want. And I don't feel like that's really your vibe. Not saying it's not.
Your man isn't in those types of environments. You gotta go. Well, it seems like she makes good money. You gotta go to like a networking mixer, like a uppity scale, and it's DC. Go. You know what? You should go where the politicians are at. Go get you a politician. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of black and brown politicians, walking around DC. Again, approach one of them and say, "Hey, what do you like? What do you like to do for fun? Like, where do you think?" Or cigar lounges. Go to cigar lounges. Ain't no wrong with going to cigar lounge. Yes, you might end up being stinky up the cigar smoke, but I mean, a shower, gets that smell off. Wash your hair, get that cigar stink out. But go get you're in DC. How is it so difficult to date in DC where you have all of these sophisticated men that are in politics, that are in FBI, or great paying careers, not jobs but careers, and yet you're struggling to find a man in DC? Really? I don't. I'm no comprende. I'm sorry.
I'm saying you don't know how to do a million, but
let's do better.
I think you should really try to get yourself out of your comfort zone. Mm-hmm. No Apple Watch when you're going to dinner. Take those Apple Watches off.
Okay.
Wear that to the restaurant with a dress on. Absolutely not. No.
How do you know?
Because I'm looking and I know. I can tell by the energy. It's almost giving tomboy. What is that coat behind you? Let me see that coat.
Oh, it's just my job coat. I'm at work.
Oh, it's your job. Okay.
Yeah.
No jackets.
So it looks like a security type of jacket or some of that nature. Security people, I think, if I'm not mistaken, right, and this is off the top of my head, security, I want to say 96% men. 96% men that are security guards. Very, very rare, but they're out there. There's that 4% of women that are security guards. So again, you're around, but you're not doing the work to put yourself out there to acquire the type of man that you want. And if, like I said, if you, Regina, if you see a man that is appealing to you, go and approach him. Go talk to him. See if he has a woman. See if he's, single. See if he's like into whatever the things that you're into. I mean, you're in that field. You're in DC. Like, how is it that complicated? To me, I just mapped it out right then and there in 15 minutes of this conversation. This is what you need to do, and I'm gonna wrap her up after I say this. Right? Approach men that you like. Stop with this purity bullshit journey, whatever that you're on, because obviously, from what I heard, you're not consistent in that. Okay, because you've been doing hot girl summers too. And as far as your body goes, your body's great. I'll give you that. Your body's great, so you don't really need to do anything like men are gonna like your body regardless. So and you don't have any makeup on. It looks like you don't have any makeup or any type of filtering out and all that stuff. So that's good too. We like a more natural look. And go to the settings that like Ashley was saying, like go outside your comfort zone, and I'm sure you would find you a man in no time.
Dresses. Okay.
Yeah, I do. I get girly, Ash.
I'm done with her. Let's move on. We have a second lady, and as you can see, it ended shortly after that. So
Now that I use Monday service,
let's go to the
AI
next one,
makes
and then we're gonna
solving
go to
tickets
me.
my form of meditation.
But before I do that, let's see if I have anything here. Nope. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next woman. This one might trigger me a little bit.
Hello, Sam Marie.
She was
How do I
calling
pronounce your name?
You could call me
It's
Sam.
like
Can you see me, Ash?
Yes. How are you, Sam? Welcome in.
I'm doing good. Good to see you like this.
Nice to see you.
So did y'all peep that finger? There's a ring on that finger. So either she is committed or married. So let's see about this one.
Okay, let me say this. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Yes.
All right, what brings you up?
Well, I've been losing a lot of weight. Now I'm at 30 pounds, and I
So we're leading with weight. Okay, so body weight issues. Okay, here we go.
want to continue, but people are telling me I look too small for my frame, so I wanted you to tell me if I'm too small,
Okay.
or should I continue?
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna put this down.
Oh, no, I don't think you're too small. I think you're a good weight. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, you can. Let's say, yeah, I don't think you're too small.
Okay, good. Because
I don't feel too small.
I look too small. I used to be 120, and then I got to 160 after my baby, and I wanted to be 120, but just at 140, people think I'm too small. So I'm like, should I continue or?
No, I don't think you're too small. No, the chat is saying no. It isn't just.
So I observe a lot of everything, and what I'm observing so far is there's a child running around. So she is a mother. So I guess with the weight and all that, it stems from pregnancy and the issues behind that. So let's keep going.
Jealous. I agree. And it really depends who's saying you're too small. Are they 200? Are they 250?
That is true.
No.
So again, I do not see anything wrong with her body shape as far as what I can see right here. And yes, there is a ring on that finger. So I don't know what her issue is. I don't know why she's calling in. Like, why are you calling in to Ashley? Like, you have a child running around, you have a ring on your finger. Like, what's the problem? What's the problem?
My husband does like it, so I'm gonna.
Well, there you have it, husband. So why are we on? Why are we here? Like, I want
stick to it.
That's
But
all that matters.
I love your advice, and the smaller you are, more opportunities you get, and more confidence you get. And I've been feeling amazing this summer, going out more because I'm smaller. I can try clothes on. I'm not putting, covers up at the lake and stuff. So it's been great.
Oh, that's wonderful. Congratulations.
Why are you even doing that anyway? You should be doing that for your husband, not for anybody else to look at. Where's your husband? Is your husband telling you that you're getting fat, that you need to lose weight? Then if that's the case, then why are you bringing it out onto the internet? Not saying that she is bringing it onto the internet, but my thought process is you're married, you have a husband. Go talk to him about weight and all that stuff. That's why you have him for. If he thinks that you still look good, what's the problem? What you got to worry about? You just trying to come on here to gain clout or something? Like, what's the deal? I'm not.
You're doing amazing work with the girls. Thank you very much.
I'm not feeling this.
Oh, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it.
Well, what was the advice? So stay at this or add 10 pounds?
No, don't add anything. Girl, you know you don't need to add
Go
nothing.
down,
Don't
go
add
down 10 pounds. That's
Oh,
what
go down. You can if you want to. Yeah, you can, if you want to be extra snatch, you can.
Ready to lose the hat and regrow the hair? With Choose by Hims, you can regain your hair.
Yeah.
I say this is what you can do.
Again, what does your husband say? Does your husband is your husband telling you to lose weight? Is your husband telling you, like, what does it matter? What does it matter to Ashley, to me, or to anybody else? What should matter is your fucking husband. Where the fuck is he at? Go talk to him about, should I lose 10 more pounds? Should I look, even more slimmer? Go talk to him about it. Why are you talking to us on the internet? If I was her husband, this is a huge problem for me. If I was her husband, and if I'm seeing my wife on here talking to a lady on the internet, talking about, yo, should I lose more weight? Should I do this? Should I do that? And she hasn't brought that up to me about it, we have a huge problem. Y'all let me know if y'all agree or not, because that right there, that's bad behavior. Again, I don't see anything wrong with her. No, nothing's wrong with your body. Nothing. This is weird.
I always tell my girls this.
Okay.
You can lose it, see how you feel, see how you like it. If you don't love it, you can eat the burger and bring the weight back.
All right. That works.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Ash.
You're welcome. Bye-bye, beauty. Bye.
And again, that's a problem too, because then you're putting the child on the internet, which is most likely the husband's son. Like, what are y'all doing, ladies? What the fuck are y'all doing? Like, what is going on? What is going on? I need to go. I need to go full screen. I need to go full screen. Right. That last lady caller right there. I really, really hope and pray your husband doesn't see that. Not to say that she was doing anything wrong as far as like, now I will say, the chest area now. I mean, I was peeping that. I ain't want to like, lead with it, but I mean, we need to hide that better, especially if you're married, because them they only supposed to belong to your husband, unless when we're talking about love style, unless their marriage is open, and if it is open, then more power to her. But I highly doubt it. Anyways, all right. I think we're about ready to put myself on the stage, and we're gonna go ahead and oh, there's one more. I forgot about this one. There's one more. Let's see. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave your comments, leave your thoughts and feedback so far. How you liking the content so far? Let me know.
Zaxby's just dropped new lemon pepper, so you can get that zesty lemon and cracked black pepper flavor you love.
Whether it's good, bad, or indifferent,
You
I
have someone
appreciate it.
Art? I can't see your face. Okay, perfect. I have to make sure because
All right, I am coming up after this.
Yeah.
So let's
Hello, Art. Welcome in, beautiful.
see about this one.
Hi. Do you consent to be on a live and potentially all platforms?
Ma'am.
All right. What brings you up tonight?
Okay, so I'm pretty content with my life. I'm in a very happy relationship. I have a beautiful daughter, and really and truthfully, my body has changed a lot since having my daughter, which is like 3 years ago. And I don't really even know how to dress for myself anymore. I don't think I used to.
All right, another one with body issues and shit.
I don't know what to do with myself anymore. Like, I'm working on losing weight. I'm wanting to lose about 35, 40 pounds now. I'm down 10 pounds.
Again, you're in a relationship. Go talk to your boyfriend. Go talk to your boyfriend. See what he thinks. All right, I'm over it. I thought this was gonna be something that we can react to, but no, I'm done. I am done. All right, let's get to me. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for me? Here I go. Let's see.
I will say that I've always had,
It is on a 52-minute mark.
You can't imagine me at a 0. What? Let me see if I have a picture of my 0.
Here we go.
Let me see if I could pull up
this one.
Something in my 0 days for the girls back when she was a 0. A 0 Ash.
All right, here we go.
JS. Who's JS?
Right,
Hi, sir. You coming for level up? Hi. Hello, JS.
What's good, Ashley? Is this a woman-only platform, or can men come up on here as well?
Well, it's an upgrade your life channel, so yes, I would say more for women than it is for men.
Of course.
So that was a legit question because I wasn't sure. Like, I see all these women pulling up, and like I was, the reason. So here's why I wanted to tap in is because I wanted to see, because there were some, I guess, comments or like things that other creators and people were saying online about Ashley or content. Like, is this another man bashing type of content channel that she does? But I don't really think that her content is about bashing men. I think it's just more about like, men, you gotta do this, that, and the third if you want the results that you want to get, which is, for women as well. You got to do this, that, and the third to achieve the results that you want to achieve. And I don't think that's bashing. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. So I haven't really put it like this. Ashley is no like Shira 7 or Cynthia G or these other, misandrous content creators out there that, they get their pussies wet by, misandry and, bashing men all the time with the whole sprinkle bullshit, right? I don't think Ashley's like that. So that was a reason why I wanted to join. And also I wanted to, see if like, yo, can men come up on here too? Is this a safe place for men? To which, if you look at the comments and if you look at the chat, it says otherwise. But either way, I was ready for the smoke. So let's get it.
All right. We can do this. I'm not too familiar with your platform.
Now, what she didn't do to she did to all the other ladies, that she didn't ask me if I consented to be on the live. Why didn't you do that, Ashley? Either way, I would have said yes, but I mean, why are you not asking the men if they consent to be on the live as well? Men need consent too. Like, and that's the thing. That's my only gripe is that I wasn't asked if I consented to be on the live. So, come on, Ashley, you gotta do better.
I gotta be honest. I'm just out here blazing the lives, whoever's live right now, and just jumping in.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, if you have a question, myself in the chat is here to help out. That's it. If you have a question about life.
Question about life. Right.
And usually I'm ready to like ask like anything and everything, but she kind of got me with the whole like question about life. Like, where do we start? And I forget what I asked, but we're gonna see right here.
Where I begin. So what can someone that is, and yes, I'm gonna be honest with myself, because I believe honesty within yourself is the first step of knowing who you are and possibly attracting the person that is for you. You got to be honest with yourself. So that being said, I'm pretty much an average person. Average when it comes to the whole like dinocracy of, average income, average height, among other things. So I'm trying to launch my own platform, Right Brain Booty on my YouTube channel. If y'all want to.
Shameless plug, of course. You know how to get that in there. You know how to get the shameless plug. But yeah, Right Brain Booty, that's me. Here with Ashley Dalton. Let's get it.
Please subscribe and like my episodes so far. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm not trying to clout chase or nothing like that. So that's first and foremost. So I guess what advice? Let me seek some advice from you, because I feel like you are very you're very good at giving advice and everything like that. You know some shit. I feel like
you see how I gave her that compliment. I'll tell you, yeah, you do know some shit. You know what I'm saying? So let me hear some shit. Let me hear some shit since you know some shit, Ashley. And that kind of like she was trying to stay like stoic, but I could now watching her, like watching this back, like watching her reactions and facial expressions and body language. She liked that. She liked that little compliment. I know she did.
You do, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm kind of familiar. I've seen like other content creators react to your lives and when you're interviewing people. So, this might be one that maybe some guys out there on YouTube will react to. But either way, I'm a big dude. I can handle it. But
Imagine being able to build anything, for any reason, in any style.
So, as an average earner, right? Is there a market? Is within like the ladies in your platform? Is there a market for me out here?
Yeah, I think there's ladies available to all men, right? It just depends on what type of lady you want, right? So maybe depending on your income or what you can offer, you should visit those restaurants or frequent those locations of where your finances align. Does that make sense?
But where are those locations? Like, give me some and this is where my active listening skills need a level up, right? Because now I could push back on her and be like, where are these locations? Like where you said restaurants and locations. Like, those are two very broad and vague examples. Like, I need you to be more specific.
Okay, why do you believe that income and finances is like the end all be all to a lot of women, a lot of modern women these days?
And I feel like that question that I asked, a lot of men ask those questions, whether outwardly or internally, right? Because we all know that's the driving factor into most dynamics and relationships is financial. What the man is bringing to the table financially. So I want that to be not only a question for myself that I want to hear her answer to, but I guess to any man that's watching this, that happens to see this, like, I am, that question isn't really asked outwardly as it should be. So I'm kind of like bringing that to the table, like, yo, let's put this out on the table right now about this finance shit. Like, let me know what's up. And then I'll let you know whether or not, if we are compatible or not, as far as, taking things further.
But I don't think that should be the question though. Your initial question, you said, JS, you said, I'm an average earner, and you said you feel like you're an average guy, right? So instead of
I don't feel like I know I am.
Okay, so instead of saying, you know what, let me focus on ladies, I would say forget the ladies. Why not just focus on yourself and become above average? That's how I see it. Why not like get your head in the game? You know what? Let's see if I can.
So should we men tell women that you should forget the men? You should, lose, that extra 30 pounds like that first woman was talking about earlier. Forget the men. You should be able to, work on your femininity, work on your house making skills. Right? By your logic, Ashley, right? I should forget about the women, right? So then women should forget about men if they're not domesticated, if they're overweight, if they put on 10 pounds of makeup to hide their imperfections and all that, right? Do I have the big enough platform to display all that? Not right now. But if you want to keep things right down the middle, like a fastball right down the middle of the plate, we got to see it from all angles. So if you're telling me to forget the ladies and just focus on getting my money up and all that stuff and all that bullshit, right? then you should be able to tell the ladies, oh, forget about the men. Lose some weight if they're overweight. Now, again, the ladies that I reacted to in this particular episode, I don't think any of them are overweight, right? I think they all look great. But at the same time, you shouldn't be able to tell me to forget the ladies. Like, I'm still average. Like, I'm not below or in poverty. Like, I'm not any of that. I'm still at the top. I'm at the top of the bell curve where most people are at. The majority of people are at the near or the top of the bell curve when it comes to financial, when it comes to annual income and all that shit. I'm right there. So why are you telling me to stop, to stop messing with the ladies? That doesn't make sense to me, Ashley.
To get my money up. Let me see if I could find a look for myself. Let me go to the gym. Why not do that?
But you also said that there is a market for me right now out here.
Absolutely, for everyone. You could be homeless.
And you see that right there, right? I was trying to test her logic here, because how you gonna tell me to forget about the ladies and do all this stuff, go to the gym, level up, and get my money up and stuff? But yeah, I still have a decent market out here. So which one is it? Oh yeah, absolutely. You have a market out here. Okay then. Why is my market, if I have a deep enough market, then why am I not getting the results that I desire? I'm saying that as, not for real, like, in seriousness, but like, I'm just trying to, like, create a conversation about that and see if, like, what she would say about that.
To find someone. Absolutely.
But is that someone? Well, you can, right? And I believe you. But like, is that someone ready for you to be with them, so to speak?
I don't know. I don't know what your experiences are. I don't know.
My experiences have been, I've been on a shit ton of dates, but these dates that I've been on, now granted, some of them I had ended after one date because the compatibility wasn't to what I was wanting and looking for at the time. And others, others have ended because of timing, because of maybe I'm just a bench player on somebody's roster. I'm not one of the, I don't stand out, I guess. This is the main thing. Like, I guess the standout part is largely.
I can order contacts in 5 minutes and get them the next day.
One of these times, I'm gonna get premium.
Financial.
It's coming.
And largely, aesthetics. Because a lot of women that I've dated, not to say that like aesthetics do matter for both men and women. Like, I'll be the first person here to say, like, if you don't catch my eye, then we're not gonna go anywhere further than possibly friends or friends with benefits. So like, so basically,
and yes, I did say friends with benefits because that's important too. It's nice to have a few friends with benefits here and there. I am a big advocate of that.
Yeah, that's what my dating experience has been, and I'm not complaining, right? Because hey, I'm at least getting the dates, right? I'm at least putting myself out there to possibly be chosen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what about the girls who do say yes? What about those girls? Because I'm sure there has to be ladies on the roster you're talking to who are saying yes, but I'm assuming maybe you don't really like them like that. That's what I'm assuming.
Well, Miss Ashley, I'm not gonna say you're totally off on your assumption. Like, your assumption it does merit somewhat, but really is that and I think I said this on here too. Like, I'm the type of person that I'm gonna like whoever likes me back. And so there has been a time that where women have liked me back, but it hasn't been conducive enough to formulate other than just, like I said, a friends with benefits situation, or we fuck one time and that's it, or whatever, or just plain and simply like, like I said, the timing wasn't right, or she's dealing with other men on her roster, and maybe those other men, I lost the competition to, because it is a competition. Like, I know I'm out here competing with millions of men of my stature and status and everything like that, and I know that the competition is very strong out here, and so for women. Women, and they don't like to admit this, but there's a deep competition for y'all as well. Trust me on that. There's especially, like I said, I've been here in Atlanta for the past like month and a half. There are a shit ton of women out here. I want to say around 25 to 30 to 1 women to men ratio out here. So ladies, y'all gotta compete. If y'all want this, you gotta compete for it. And I'm not saying that you're gonna compete hard. It's just plain and simply, if you like what you see, if you like how I'm moving and shaking and saying and everything like that, then it's not hard. It's not hard for you to get my attention. I promise you, it's not hard.
I'm sorry, say that last part again. You kind of broke up a little bit.
I don't know. I guess it really just depends. It's different for every person. That's what I'm gonna say. It's different for every single person. But
to get Miss Ashley Dalton to be saying I don't know multiple times, I think I got her a little bit. I think I got her thinking. I got her mind fumbling around, and them brain cells of yours are fumbling around a little bit, because you ain't got the answers. You saying I don't know. I'm trying to ask good. I think I was asking great questions to get her to be like I don't know a lot. So good on me.
To say that a man and a woman, no matter who you are or how much money you make or what's your body type or your skin type or your race, can't find someone, that would be a lie. No matter your weight, no matter your race, no matter your income, I think anyone on the planet Earth can find someone they can be with. Is it your ideal person? Maybe not, but everyone can find someone.
So
I don't know. See, if everyone can find someone, then why are so many people single? And that should have been my follow-up question to that. But like, I didn't want to I didn't want to make this into a whole arguing back and forth, because I know how the women on her platform feel about men coming on here and trying to challenge Ashley's thoughts and her ideologies and all that stuff. I know that that's going to come off as red pillish, because I seen some of the ladies in the chat trying to say that I'm a red pillar. I am not a red pillar. I'm not any pill. So y'all can get that out your mindsets right now. This is not a platform for red pill the red pill ideology, right? This is my ideology. Now, does it have a sprinkle of red pill tactics? I can honestly admit that yes, it can sprinkle in a little bit of the red pill, a little, if you smash the red pill into the powder and stuff, there's a small little powder of red pill, but it's not the actual pill. I'm not trying to see, I don't even know what they be saying in the red pill communities anymore, because I don't really be in them. So I don't really know or care what they be saying these days. So I can't really give you an example, honestly. So like y'all can forget about the whole red pill thing, because like I said, this is a conversation. I'm not trying to challenge Ashley. I'm not trying to tell her that she's wrong for giving these women, false advertising advice. Like, I'm not here for that. What I'm generally here for is that to see if what the questions I asked are legit enough, and see if she can help me achieve the desires that I want. And so far, it's a lot of I don't knows, and do the things that men do, but yet, it's just I'm not. It's productive, but like it's not really like hammering down the point that I'm trying to make. Like, she's not really giving me much to really decipher, to really like think upon.
So you're a big believer in there's someone for everyone.
Well, that's different. Someone for everyone. I think that sounds more like love. Oh, there's someone for everyone. I just mean someone for you. Just anyone. If you want something real quick, if I want a girl, if I want a guy, you could go outside and meet someone. That's what I mean. That's not hard to find.
Yes, okay, but you still have to talk. You still have to get to know them. You still have to make a connection for it to work. So you can't just say, oh, just go outside and you'll meet someone. Of course you can go outside and meet someone, but is who you're meeting people of substance, people of quality? You don't know that. All you see is how they look, and and you're attracted to it. It's the physical. We're visual. Like, I'm gonna approach and go up to people that I think that I'm attracted to, and that's it. Physically. And then whatever they say determines whether or not I want to keep the conversation going with them, or just be like, nah, I'm good. You can bother somebody else with that bullshit.
Damn, people are looking really deep beyond the background. Yes, I have a clothes rack, and I don't live out of my car. I'm just out here on work trip, traveling work trips and stuff. So it's my my uniforms in the back.
What are you waiting for? Set up your ACM in a minute at olafly.com, and you can be connected.
So.
And I had to address that, because like I was seeing a lot of people in the chat, because I was on Ashley on another device, and then on my phone I was watching the live, and I was looking at the chat, and there was a lot of women on there talking about, oh, this is giving broke, dusty, he's living out of his car. Is he living out of his car? What's that? What's all those clothes in the back of his car? Is he homeless? I'm not homeless. I am in my car, out on travel. I was done for the day. I was working, and I was decompressing before I had to head back to the hotel and do some more decompressing and ending my nights. Okay? God forbid, someone has a clothes rack in their car, and it automatically assumes that he's homeless or he's living out of his car. And yes, I have slept inside of my car plenty of times. Okay? On the road. That happens. Okay? Ladies, that happens. If you are on the road as much as I am throughout the year with my job and my profession, there's going to be times where you're going to be sleeping in the car. Okay? There's nothing wrong with that. And if you find something wrong with that, then go find you a millionaire that probably sleeps in this car as well. Because there's broke people that sleep in their cars, mid-average people that sleep in their cars, and there's rich people that sleep in their cars too. It happens. As a man, I'm pretty sure every man that you talk to has slept inside of their car a time or two in their life. Okay? I guarantee. And I've even seen women sleeping inside their cars too. Out here. So you can go fuck off with that. Without thinking that I'm homeless and I'm, living out of my car. Yes, You know what? You're right. I am living out of my car for the time being because I'm living in both in my car and in the rooms that I get to stay in for the night. There's probably going to be nights where I don't have a room and I do have to sleep in the car. And what? Am I homeless? Is that a red flag for you? Well, if it is, then you're not for me anyway. So fuck you. Right, I told you I was gonna get a little triggered. That kind of triggered me a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. That kind of triggered me. So
yeah.
I need to stop.
But
I saw that in the chat.
And y'all see how I'm addressing it. I'm addressing it like I'm saying, oh, that's funny, haha, whatever. But in my mind, I'm like, well, fuck you, because you don't know my life. You don't know my story. So stop assuming shit. All right, and that's what these ladies love to do in these live streams and these chats. Is that they like to assume shit, and they don't know shit, and it shows. And that's why you're single and miserable. Which a lot of these ladies in her platform, there are a lot of single and miserable women on that join Ashley's platform and talk to her or be in the chat. So stay single and miserable. Because it's not help. Because you're hurting society, not helping by your stupid ass comments.
My thing is just, if you're a man in the world, why focus on dating? Why not just say, hey, let me get my money up and let me get my body right. Let me lock in.
Well, that's what I'm out here.
Because I also want to date. I also want to have a woman that is enjoying and building up with me. What is wrong with that, Ashley? Why can't I have it all? You tell women all the time you can have it all. Why can't I? What's the difference? Please, I like to know, what is the fucking difference? Why can't I build my money up? Why can't I build myself up in my career and also have a woman to build with me as well? What is wrong with that? Why does it always have to be, I have to be well established and well off and there at the finish line and then the women will come? That doesn't make no fucking sense to me. At all. And I challenge anyone that's watching this to challenge me on this, because it makes no fucking sense. Because we see people build with one another all the time, and they turn out to be a successful couple or a successful relationships. Why can't I have the same? Why don't I deserve the same thing?
Doing? Why not date in the process?
Okay, I'm not saying you shouldn't, but I would just be super hyper focused.
You literally just told me to forget about the ladies and focus on getting your money up and stuff. You literally just said that. You literally just said that to me. And now you're saying to me, oh, you could still date, you could do this. So Ashley, which one is it? The flip-flopping to me is getting kind of crazy right now. I ain't gonna lie, it's getting kind of crazy, the flip-flopping that you're doing. And I mean this with all due respect, right? Like I said, I respect Ashley. I liked our conversation. I liked everything. You know what I'm saying? It feels like I'm getting kind of annoyed, but at the same time, like, I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at what she's saying. It's just that it's a little frustrating to hear like flip-floppily things that are flip-flopping. Like, I don't need to date. I need to stay off the ladies. But yet 2 seconds later, oh, go ahead and date. Go ahead and go. You can still date in the process, this and that. So which one is it? Again, Ashley. That's all. That's all I want to know. Which one is it?
Okay, so you're saying that because, not saying that what you're saying is wrong, right? But I'm gonna push back a little bit, right? Because, see, we as men, I'm only this young and this good looking and this a physique right now. So why not right now? I can not only level up and get money right and do all the things that you were saying and doing and what I'm doing and stuff, but why not also in the process also look and seek and find, my compatibility partner?
Well, the reason I'm saying you shouldn't, because you're on the platform saying Ash, but why are women so focused on money? So if that's even a thought and you're having that question in your mind, that means that's probably an insecurity. That's something you're thinking about. So I was...
Because it is programmed out here, and especially in social media, that women only give a fuck about men with money. Now, granted, okay, I will push back on that point I just made, right? Is that I have met and encountered a lot of women that don't give a fuck about money, that don't give a fuck about, oh, he's gotta be this certain a certain threshold, and he needs to keep on that threshold if he wants to date me, right? That's pretty much all of the Gen Z and all those other little girls out here that are saying that, oh, he better have some money. If he ain't got money, I don't want him. Okay? Now, there are women, mature women out here that are okay with men that are average, right? That are okay with, oh, if you don't got the money requirement that I need right now, it's okay. We can work with it. It's all in how you present yourself. It's all in the conversation. It's all in how you gotta ask the right questions and give, meaningful thoughts and stuff. Not just come out and say, so how much do you give a fuck about money in a relationship? So I think this confusion about money is only going to be even more confusing if we still have conversations like this. Because I just told y'all, I'm not a millionaire. I don't make six figures. I'm average, right? So is there a market for me? Now I think that question has been answered for the most part, but at the same time, why am I still struggling in dating? So now there are other factors that we need to deep dive on, but I was trying to get there, but I was, as you could tell, like I've been on with her for 30 minutes now, and we haven't really, we're still like scratching the surface on like why is it hard for an average man like me to date out here? And she hasn't really like, we haven't really dug deep into it yet, I feel like.
They step back from dating, so then you don't even have to ask them.
But I feel as though that is always going to be stuck in the back of a lot of men's minds because of the fact that women are out here. That's the requirement. That's the standard.
Right. And for a woman has to be in shape. She has to wear her natural hair. She can't wear makeup. She has to be young. Those are all the lists.
Now, for me, that's all bullshit, what she just said, right? And that is going to trigger me as well, because I am never going to come on here and say a woman has to be this, that, and the third, and everything under the sun for me to even look at her. Now, okay, I have dated, and I was going to say this, like I have dated pretty much all different body types, all different hair lengths. You know what I'm saying? Like that superficial shit, that is women. Now, I know that there are some men that are out here saying that, oh, you got to be natural and everything like that. And yes, that is a preference, but men have preferences and women have preferences. Women tend to get mad at the men because they're displaying their preferences and they can't handle it. But yet women can come out here and display their preferences all over the place and expect us to not give pushback. That's another problem. That's another issue that we need to address. Why is it okay for one side to do it, but it's not okay for the other side to do it?
It's a point. She has to cook. She has to.
So for me personally, being in shape isn't a requirement. Like, just be healthy. Are you healthy as far as your immune system, your nervous system? Do you have, like, and if you do have like chronic health problems, are you doing the work in fixing that, or are you healing? You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Like all this, like, men require women to be in shape. Like that's a subset of men that I don't subscribe to, right?
When you're battling cancer, we're here, in your corner, in your community.
Because I have dated women from stick figure Barbie dolls to Lizzo before she had the weight loss. Okay, like that doesn't really affect what's in here. Your personality, that's what
JS,
you really do.
If that was the case, JS, you wouldn't be single. If it was personality in mind, there's a plethora of women out there with personality and brains, and there's so many women out there.
You're right, there is.
She's right, but also she's wrong, and this is where she is wrong. And like, she is wrong in the fact that there are more women that are just in for your personality than anything else. I don't believe that's true in this day and age of the dating market. I don't think that's true. I think a lot of women are still very superficial and still are into the whole like, oh, he's got to come whole or don't come at me at all. I think there's a slight majority of the latter. So
it's very important, yeah.
But I can be picky as well. Now, granted, now, like I am single because, like I said, I don't know if this is the platform for it, but I live a particular lifestyle, and I expect certain love style, which is a word that
and I'm glad I almost forgot to mention that, because that is very important, because I do live a certain type of love style as well. So that's why I am single, because like not a lot of women that I encounter are into that. And it's fine. And I can be able to adapt and adjust as well. But are you worthy of me doing the adapting and doing the adjusting? That's the question that I have for you.
I use a lot on my platform. I made an episode about it. What is your love style? And so, like, it is hard to find those like-minded women, open-minded, of course, as well, to be into certain lifestyles and love styles that I enjoy, that I partake.
Oh, okay.
And
So they should have, if you're into a certain, I guess, lifestyle or love style, like you're saying, I'm sure on the internet, they have so many different groups, Facebook groups, Instagram groups. You can find your tribe, I think, on the internet.
Again, she is right, but she is wrong at the same damn time as well. Two things can be true, right? She's right about, yes, there are a ton of groups on social media that pertain to my particular love style, right, and lifestyle. But also, she's wrong in the fact that that is not a ideal place for me to find people, because the internet is everywhere. It's a vast net, right? Like, I want to find people within my circles, within like where I'm at, like within my bubble that I'm at right now. I'm not trying to, get into a relationship with someone that lives in fucking California or lives in fucking Montana or like New Hampshire or whatever. Like those are like states that I would probably never visit unless there's baseball there and there's work to be accomplished. There's work to do, right? Other than that, I'm not gonna go out there. So what's the point of being on all these, groups that are like, and I know that there's groups like pertaining to your region and everything like that. But again, that's also a wide net as well. Like when I cast my fishing pole to look for the fish for women, I know that's not a great term to use, but when I do that, like I'm fishing in like ponds, not in oceans. Okay. Now, in an ocean, would my chances of catching a fish be greater than catching a fish in a small pond? Well, for all you fishermen out there, I guess the answer is yes. But even still, like I'm not. The odds aren't in my favor. I want to go to where the odds are in my favor.
Mm-hmm.
But is it only the internet, or can I? Because there's the internet for one, and then I'm hearing women saying as well that men don't approach, or men are outside. When men are outside, they don't talk to women, or they get awkward when they talk to women. So which one is it? Because I'm trying to stay off of the internet as much when I'm trying to find women and going outside and meeting them personally. Let me know what your personality is like, not through DMs, not through likes, not through telegrams and WhatsApps and all these other platforms that are out here. Like physically, one-on-one, like at parties or at functions.
With the help of Zero accounting software, I've got the right information at my fingertips. So business is a breeze. And I've got bigger plans. Search Zero with an X.
Honestly, no one wants to think about HIV, but there are things that everyone can do to help prevent it.
Events, stuff like that. That's where I'm at. And that's where my opportunities to find a compatibility partner are higher, I believe.
But at the start of the live, right, and just a few minutes ago, you said, Ashley, I date very thin girls and plus size girls. I have a lot of options. That's not the issue. But you are picky. That you followed up and said you are picky. And now it's like, where do I go, or who do I approach? So it's like,
is that bad for me to say that I'm also picky? Like, I don't know. I was almost about to say, yo, so what's your point?
What I'm feeling from you is you want the girls who require more, but maybe right now you're not in alignment with those women because you still need to get yourself together. That's what I'm hearing.
We're
and I was just about to say we're always getting ourselves together. So, like, the whole like you need to get yourself together. Like we're living life trying to get ourselves together. So, again, like that's gonna be a rhetoric that's gonna be regurgitated over and over again, and it's getting tired.
We're always trying to get ourselves together. Like you yourself, do you feel like you're all the way complete, or are you still trying to get yourself together?
Absolutely not. We gotta go. There's still more work to do. I could be at a size 10 waistline. Yeah.
So why not doing that process?
I'm at a 20 inch, so we gotta get to a 10. There's always work to do.
Damn, these women are hateful in the chat right now. Damn, that's crazy. But during the process, right? Can we at least like?
You see what she just did? Y'all peeped that, right? Y'all peeped that. After I said these women are hateful in the chat, she didn't want to say nothing. Why not, Ashley? Why don't you check your women in the chat? Check them. Go ahead. I laid it up for you. You didn't want to take it. I soft tossed it to you. You don't want to hit that motherfucker. Why not, Ashley? You didn't want to check your women in the chat that were being hateful in there. They were being very hateful, and I don't know why. It's YouTube, it's the chat. It is what it is. I don't really care, but it sounds like I care, but like at the same time I don't, because like at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? But I wanted that opportunity for her to check her audience, but she didn't. And I'm kind of disappointed, and especially her facial expression. Obviously, I'm looking away, so I didn't get to see it. But now, Ashley, that ain't cool.
Go out and try to find and try to seek love out there. Because why do we have to wait until we're complete and we're whole and we're, that could take a whole lifetime. And then next thing you know, you price yourself out of, a wide range of the market that you set.
Yeah, but that's
And
not
then
fair to bring.
then you're left with what?
You can't bring chaos to someone. If your life is not right, if you're not grounded, if you don't have things together in your life, how are you even ready to be in a relationship? That goes for a man or a woman. It just doesn't make sense. Like, why not, again, just lock in, like I said, get your money up. And I feel like that's very easy for men. Men don't really have to look all the way good. Y'all don't have to be a 10. All you need is money, confidence, and ambition. And men don't have ambition. They don't have confidence. They don't have drive. The men of today, they don't have it.
Why do you
Do y'all think men of today lack ambition, confidence, and all that, and drive? Y'all think what Ashley just said is true? Let me know. I'd like to hear your thoughts about that. You're gonna hear my thoughts right now.
you think that is, Ashley?
I don't know. I don't know if
And again, with the I don't know. You see, I asked her, why do you think that is? Why do you believe that men lack confidence, lack ambition, and all this other shit? She doesn't know, y'all. She does not know. She doesn't have the answer. So, like, if I'm stumping her a little bit. I feel like I'm getting her really good out here. I'm getting her.
I feel like you do. I feel like I'm not trying to create.
And really, like, I thought that she was bullshitting me, talking about she don't know. I think she does know. She just don't want to. I guess I don't know if she's holding something back or anything like that. And I would love to get her thoughts about it too. If she's ever watching this, Ashley, would love to do a part 2 and collab again and talk about this as well. But I don't know. I think maybe she really doesn't know. So I'll give it a benefit of the doubt this time around.
The argument, please, like, what I'm saying. If I come off as that,
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
You know what I'm saying? Forgive me, but like I think you do. I think you do know why a lot of men aren't as confident and aren't as ambitious in this day and age as a lot of women say, right? Because I obviously don't date men, so I'm not seeing and I'm not really worried about what the next man is doing, right? Because I got a lot going on here, right? As far as trying to get my shit together, my life on point and stuff. Like, I feel like so far I have done a pretty damn good job. It's just that I need, a woman to complete that, to be a completion piece to the puzzle that I'm assembling here.
Yeah, but do you want her to complete you to help you build, or do you want to complete to, like, why not? Again, it goes back to focus on you. I don't know anything else to say. I tell the ladies to focus on themselves. I tell them to level up. I say to lock into them. So I think it should be twice as much for you because you have testosterone. They have estrogen, which means it should be in you, not on you. It should be in you to have drive.
I mean, I don't know. So the whole testosterone thing, like, I don't know why she brought that up, but I don't think that has not much of anything to do with the conversation that we're having, because like women and men both carry testosterone and estrogen. It's in a matter of the levels within the individual and how the levels match up with that particular individual. So yeah.
Agree. Okay. At the same time, that drive is also being part of trying to date and trying to find love as well. Now, listen, of course, you said earlier that, you know, I have all these options and everything like that. Like, I don't feel like I have a lot of options, even though I say that I am dating, but it's still like you have to be able to really vet. And my vetting process is pretty lengthy, right? Because like I don't want to be able to waste my hard-earned money on someone that doesn't want to reciprocate, doesn't want to that doesn't like me back, basically. Because if I get the sense that I like whoever likes me back, then I can be able to do all the things that women say that they want a man to do, you know. But they gotta show that too. And a lot of women aren't really showing that. They just want to wait at the finish line for the dudes that's already made and already had status. And I'm not saying everyone, of course. Like there's always going to be a subset of women that are gonna look that hear that what I'm saying and is like, yo, who are you to say that? Like that ain't me. I get that, and I meet a lot of women that are like that. See, what my thing is that the alignment factor, right? That's the most difficult part of the dating journey that I'm going through, is the alignment, the like-mindedness, the willingness to explore and not be so closed off at trigger words or things that I do that could possibly upset the majority of women out here. And I don't have a shot. Like and you say like those spaces, like in Facebook groups and in the internet and everything like that, cool, right? I meet women from those groups too. But
okay,
again,
well, this is what I tell the ladies. If this is what I tell them, I'm going to tell you this as well. If you can't get the person that you want, that means that you have to change, because they're not going to change. Whoever your dream person is, let's say you are.
So I have to relinquish my power and my standards to adhere to someone else. Nah, I'm not feeling that one.
Not decentering men. This is what I tell the ladies all the time. If you want the millionaire man, he wants a certain type of look. He wants you to be thin. He wants you to be in shape. If you want the baddie chick, she wants you to get your money up. It's that simple.
But I don't necessarily want a baddie chick. I never once in this interview, in this conversation that I said that I wanted a baddie. Never in this conversation I said I wanted a baddie. So where is that coming from, Ashley? I have never said that I want a baddie. I want a thin girl with curves in the right places and a tan in the face and everything like that. But she gotta be natural and gotta be thin and all that. What did I say that? I never said that. So you putting that word in my mouth, that's gonna trigger me, because I never said that. So you can miss me with that one, because I never said that I wanted a bag. So stop.
So what about those that are just as average and just as hardworking and go with the flow like me? Where are those women at? Which women do a lot of those women come on your platform and talk to you?
No, they're outside. You don't. Again, you just said you don't want to find women on the Instagram.
So you just admitted that the only women that talk to you are either broken or they're boss babes. Not in between. Because the average women are outside. Interesting, Ashley. Very interesting for you to say that.
You want to go outside. They're outside.
To which she's not wrong. I mean, she's not wrong. I'm not saying that she's wrong, but it's interesting that she said that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Outside where though? Because like I said, I've been to, now I will say this, I have been to a few lounges and I've seen
All right, so I'm gonna have to wrap this up because I am against time. I know that this went longer than I wanted, but I'm gonna do a part two. I'm gonna do a part two probably later tonight or sometime tomorrow evening. So stay tuned for that. I'll make it episode 4.5. So I'll do that, but I gotta head out, y'all. But I appreciate y'all tapping in, even if it's for a couple seconds here and there. Appreciate the support. Y'all don't forget to like on your way out, subscribe, and for those on Facebook, leave a like and comment as well. All right. So with that being said, I gotta go. We'll come back. We'll do an episode 4.5. We'll finish up my conversation with Ashley Dalton, and also among other things I may add into the episode for y'all. So y'all stay tuned, tap in, and I will see you guys next time. Adios.